welcome or welcome back. My name is Joanne. Today I'm gonna do a little get ready with me. I know it's been a long time since I posted anything, so hello. Ignore the litter, that's literally right there. But I have two kittens now. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my phone. It's still like tilted. I do have two kittens. Maybe they'll make a little appearance. They are so adorable. I have been posting them on my Instagram. So today's get ready with me is basically gonna be what is currently in my makeup bag. So I think I'm gonna go through like everything. Oh, look at that. We have our first appearance. This one is Ozzy. Say hello, Ozzy. Hello, Ozzy. He's our male. And then this one that just scurried on by is Kit Kat. She's our female. They came from the same litter. They're so cute. They're only a few months old, right? We got them the weekend of Memorial Day. So they're pretty young, but he is huge already. Okay, anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna be talking about everything that's in this makeup bag, even if I don't use it. So strap in, this is gonna be a long video. And the reason I'm doing this video is because my boyfriend is supposed to be at work late today. So I'm like, I have time to film something. So I have this box here, which is where I keep my makeup brushes, this headband, all of my eyeshadow palettes currently live in this box. I have like my Cinema Secrets. I have some perfumes. Like I have my travel and sample fragrances. I have some in the corner here. I have some extra products in here. So let's just get into this video. I do plan on filming an updated collection video because since my last one I did earlier this year, I have moved out of my parents. I'm now living with my boyfriend. And I have gotten rid of some stuff and I've gotten some new stuff. So I will be doing a new collection video. So something that's new that I want to try is the Rhode Peptide Lip Treatment. This is the salted caramel one. I remember loving this, but of course she's going to the bathroom right now because why wouldn't she not go when I'm in here? I remember loving this, but it got grainy so quickly. Like I didn't even know that they reformulated to get rid of the graininess. Excuse me, I'm trying to film. It smells so good. It feels thicker, but it could also be because I had a lip balm underneath. So that's my lip prep. I have two other lip preps in here. Well, I guess I should say lip balms. They're both from Ole Henriksen. I have the original, like orange one. Does it say it on here? No. It's just their clear, like orange one. And this one, I don't know if you can see through the packaging, but it's like about right here. So this is pretty empty. I'm getting there with this one. This is my favorite lip balm that I own. And then I have another one of the Ole Henriksen ones in here. This is a new flavor. It's the peach one. Yeah, peach glaze. Oh my God, it smells so good. It smells like peach rings. Ugh, I love peach so much. But I also have those two lip balms in here. And then in my actual bag, I have this one from Glossier. This is the bananapuddingbalm.com, and when I went to 12 Oaks, they were doing an event where you could get a little keychain with it. So I was like, yeah, of course. Doy. Oh, I love this one too. It smells so good. I love banana scented things. So good. So for my skin prep, I've actually been using primer. So these are new. These are actually new launches. Look, I got the Rhode Highlight Milk. And at first I got this one, which is shade 3. Yeah, shade 3. And this is more bronzy. Like it is a little darker than my skin tone, but I really wanted shade 2. And I saw that Sephora came out with them. Like it got released onto Sephora after I had bought this one. So I bought this as well. So I think for the summer, I'm just gonna focus on this one. I'm gonna put this one away. Honestly, I don't think this is worth it. I don't find that you need to have this. It doesn't add like that much glow, which is good for me because I don't like too much glow. But oh my god, they are actually going crazy. Yeah, you can especially see on camera that that just made my face darker. Oops. It's fine. Yeah, I'm sorry if you hear kitten noises. They are playing away. I really want the Nikki LaRose diamond like hand mirror. It's so cute. I either want the black one or the chrome one, but for now I'm gonna keep using my Barbie ColourPop one. See, it's not like super glowy, because if it was super glowy I would not be using it, but it's just enough glow to look hydrated. And honestly, I don't necessarily feel, well, okay, I did get her glazing milk and it does feel similar to that one. Like it almost has like a thicker texture to it. I don't know if I like the glazing milk, to be honest. I want to compare it to the Laneige one because I did get a sample of that and I loved that one. And Sephora is currently having, if you buy 2 minis, they're half off. So I did get a mini of the Laneige one just to compare to the glazing milk. I don't know. I would not repurchase this. I just honestly got sucked into the hype and wanted to buy it. So now I have 2 to use it. And I also go in with another primer, which is the MAC Studio Fix Mattifying 12-Hour Shine Control Primer. And I just go in with like a little bit, like a pea-sized amount, take it on my nose and then onto my forehead. And I just blend it out. This is really good for mattifying, keeping oil at bay. You do need to let it sit though. So like after applying, I wouldn't go straight into foundation. I would let it settle in. I guess I should have mentioned this one with my highlight milk, but I have this Skin Finish Light Struck from MAC. This is the shade Bubbled Over, and I honestly keep forgetting to use this. I don't really use liquid highlighters. I've used it like under foundation as a primer. It didn't really do anything for me. And then I used it on top of like setting powder. Excuse me. Get down from there. I've used it over setting powder underneath blush and it was really pretty that way. But I just don't use this. Like I don't use this. I need to start using it. So I actually have 2 foundations in here. Well, actually, technically 3. I say technically. So the first, look, don't judge me. Okay, I wanted to try this out and Ulta was having a 20% off sale where it included Chanel. Yeah, so I got the Le Beige Water Fresh tint. And this is in the shade Light Medium. B033. I'm pretty sure it's Light Medium. This is a little light for me, and it is a very watery texture. It's very lightweight, but it provides coverage. Like it's enough coverage for me. I don't know, I like this, but it's definitely not worth the $70 that it is. Okay. Another foundation that I have is the Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream. I really like this one. It has more of like a medium coverage, I would say. I have the shade number 27 Honey Beige. I actually really like this one. And then the third product that I'm like, oh, it's technically a foundation, is my MAC Studio Fix Concealer in the shade NC42 because I have been using it as a foundation just to try to use it up. Actually, that was before I had gotten these 2 foundations. So I got this during the Prime Day sales and this one obviously during that Ulta sale. So I don't know which one I want to use. I think I might just go with my MAC concealer today because I'm really just filming this and then hopefully editing it and then, yeah, taking off my makeup. Today's not really a day where I'm going to do things. But the reason I started just using concealer as foundation is I'm like, I don't like a full coverage foundation, you know? So I started using this concealer because I'm like, you know what? It's too dark for under my eyes. So that's what I did, and it's the perfect shade match for me. And this is the BK 101 brush. It's amazing for foundation. It's so big, so it just blends everything in so easily, like so quickly, and the kitten paw makes it blend in so effortlessly. Like, look at that. It's already blended in. Okay, now I go into cream bronzer and blush, and yeah, okay, I will talk about these. But first up is my Dips bronzer, which I've been trying to use up, and I am oh so very close. I was using this before I got the Rhode ones in, and I think I'm gonna go back to this one when I get a little paler, because it's just a little light and a little cool tone for me right now for what I prefer. But there's barely anything left, and I'm so excited. Once this hits the plastic, I think I'm just gonna call it done then. Or maybe I'm gonna wanna dig it out, who knows. And then my two bronzers are both from Rhode. So, I have a story with these as well. I have the shade Bake, which is like a medium with like a golden undertone is how it's described. And I was worried this was gonna be too light and too yellow tone for me, which it's not. It's actually perfect for me. So I got a shade deeper in the shade Shade, and this is, again, a shade deeper, and it's a little more red toned. Yeah, that's deep. But the thing is, this blends out so easily that it's okay if I use this, especially right now. So I'm gonna go in with this one, and I'm just gonna use my Makeup by Mario, what is this, F4? Yeah, the F4 brush to apply this. These are very pigmented. So you only need like the tiniest bit, but they're so creamy. They blend out so easily. Like, look at that. I love that. I have recently started using Rhode. For the longest time, I'm like, I'm not gonna buy from that brand. Like, nothing really intrigues me. And then obviously their blushes are super popular. And then she came out with the bronzers. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll finally try her brand. I want to try everything from her brand now. I started with one blush, and then I bought another one, and I bought the bronzer with it, and then I got the glazing milk, and then I got her mini bubble bag, and you know, just all the things. So pretty. Literally just all the things. And I think these are so cute. The reason why I put off buying like the blushes and stuff for so long is I thought I would think this packaging was too bulky. I don't think so at all. I think these are absolutely adorable. Speaking of blush, so I have my dipstick, right? This blush is in the shade Full Deets, and the bronzer is in the shade Spilled the Tea. But this is just like a peachy blush, and this is the one I've been focusing on to use up. But recently I have not been using it because I've been using my Rhode ones, especially this one in the shade Teacup. This is described as like a raspberry pink. Both of my blush components have broken. Like, this one just does not screw down all the way. Like, this is it. But it's a gorgeous pinky, like great summery pink color. And I got the shade Toasted Teddy because of course I need a terracotta blush, you know? Described as terracotta. Me? No. I love a terracotta blush. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with Teacup, and I'm gonna use the powder blush that I have in my bag. So I'm just gonna take the other end of my Makeup by Mario brush, just go in with a little bit of this, and then what I've been doing is I've been like sandwiching this almost, like applying this under setting powder and then applying another layer on top of powder, and it's been really pretty. And I've just been taking it with me to reapply if needed. Like, look at that shade. It's so pretty. I'm just gonna take a little across my nose. I love a nose blush. And then now is when I'm gonna go in with concealer. So I actually forgot a primer. This is the Merit Great Skin Priming Moisturizer. So if it's like later in the day and I just want a little moisturizing primer, I use this one. This is the mini version. But honestly, I feel like if I have this is gonna take the place of this. So I didn't need both, but it is what it is at this point. For concealers, I think this is my favorite concealer. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. So I have two shades in here. I have the shades NC30 and NC42. This one is clearly too dark for me, and this one's just a hair too light for my preference. So I've been mixing these together, but I caved and I got the House Labs concealer. This is the shade number 21. This is light medium neutral. I used this for the first time yesterday, and honestly, it's not my favorite. I don't know if I applied too much or what it is, but we're gonna try it out again today. This is such an interesting formula because it's like, it is creamy, but it's like, it literally feels like a cream. Like, it doesn't feel super liquidy. It, you know, it's pretty interesting actually. And then I think today I'm gonna take my N14 brush from BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose. Yesterday I used my A506, so I'm just gonna see if a different brush does anything for this. And I let it sit yesterday, where today I am not, clearly. I don't know, it seemed like it just emphasized like my texture and the lines under my eyes. I don't know, like, it kind of just like settles into my creases. For my under eyes, I have still been using my Makeup by Mario powder. This is in the shade Neutral Peach, which is the deeper shade that I have. And I've been using this new N19 brush from BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose. Such a good brush for under eye powder. She uses it for under eye concealer as well to blend it out quicker. I'll just try that one of these days. So I just pat that out a little. Maybe put on a little too much powder. That's okay. That is definitely more powder than I normally put on. I'm gonna tell you, because I use this powder only during the summer and only under my eyes, it's going to last a hot minute. So let's see here. I mean, I was doing Project Pan, and I do want to get back into Project Panning, but we'll see. Because especially now that it's summer and I'm quite a bit darker than I was, a lot of the products are going to be different. Some products will be the same, but a lot of the products will be different. Like, I'm using my One Size powder in the shade Sweet Honey because I am a little more tan. And I've just been using a fluffy brush with this, even on my nose. I've found with like a powder puff type of situation, it's just too much for me. So I kind of just dab it on. Like, if I apply it with like a powder puff or even the N19 brush, it just cakes up too much. And that's not just with this powder, it's with like any powder that I've used. Oh my god, I forgot a cream blush. My Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Blush Stick in the shade Earthy Pink. This is such a pretty, like, everyday pink shade. Very pretty. And this comes with a ton of product. This has 10.5 grams. I think, so my plan is when I need a lighter cream bronzer, I'm gonna buy the Makeup by Mario one because I know I like that formula. But when I bought the darker shade, it went off like really quickly to me. Like, it started smelling like crayons, and I'm like, I use a darker cream bronzer so little that it's not worth it for me. I guess I only have one powder bronzer in here, which is crazy. That's actually my Hourglass one that I've been using, been trying to use up, I should say. And I do want to repress this. I do currently have things coming to me to be able to repress this, but you ready for the progress? This is what it looks like. It's like really hard to get product out of this pan. You're slurping very loudly. She's just drinking water. Yeah, look at that. And you can see like the grid in a lot of the product as well, which is really exciting. And I've actually switched to using this kind of a fluffy brush for bronzer. I really don't like these pans because they're so close together and it's just hard to get product out of here. So that's why I want to repress it. But yeah, I mean, this bronzer's been working. I've been working on it all year long. Still going strong. I'm getting a little blush, but that's because the pans are so close together. Like, that's the thing, I love these Hourglass powders because they blend like a dream. But these palettes, the pans are so close together that it's just so hard to get the product. And now I have even more pans showing. I hope you guys heard that because that was so cute. And then I just take my powder brush with no powder on it, like no additional product, and just blend that out. And I actually used this blush the other day to top on top of Teacup, and I used this one right here, which is Iridescent Rose. My back is kind of getting scratched up. Yeah, I used this one. This one is a little less pigmented because it is marbled with a little bit more of the finishing powder than the other two, but it's still very pretty. So yeah, I've kind of taken a break from Mood Exposure right here, which also looks pretty used, I will say. But I think when it comes to be the winter again, I will focus on it a little bit more. But just with it being the summer, I don't really want to use like a mauve blush. I mean, I'm surprised that I like a pink so much right now because normally I go for corals in the summer. So like normally I would be reaching for this middle shade, which I have reached for, and it's very pretty, very cute. I do have another blush in here. I have the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow in the shade Cherry, just a nice bright red. Oh, it smells like candies. And then for highlighter, I've actually been reaching for my Bobbi Brown highlighting powder in the shade Peach Glow a lot. This is what it looks like. I've kind of just been mixing it together. And then I also have two from MAC. So I have one of the Extra Dimension Skin Finishes in Oh Darling. This is the more gold one. I actually haven't been reaching for this like at all, just because it's a little more intense. Crazy, I know. And then I also have Global Glow, which is this one right here, which is very subtle. So I think today I'm gonna stick with my Bobbi Brown one that I've been using. I'm gonna go in with my normal Real Techniques brush that I use for highlighter. And then I go in with my blush brush and just blend that highlighter in. I have two sprays. So I have my MAC Fix Plus if I ever need to hydrate, need to use it as a fixing spray. I actually did that yesterday. After I came home from work, I was going out to dinner with my friend and my makeup had rubbed off of my nose. So I just went in with a spritz of this and then reapplied my foundation on top, and it was so good for that. And my setting spray is what I'm currently working on, which it feels like it's like pretty low actually, which is nice because I don't like this at all. This is the old All Nighter Ultra Matte. Well, not like the old one, but the one before this recent reformulation. I don't like it. I don't know, it doesn't really keep me matte, and it leaves little dots on my face. I did get a mini fan from the Prime sale too, but I do not have that with me. It's in my bedroom. So yeah, so that's gonna set, and then I'm just gonna go do my brows off camera like I normally do. I'm using the same things. So I'm using my Benefit Goof Proof brow powder, and then I'm using my Maybelline Superlock brow glue. This is the clear one. I don't like this. This doesn't have like I don't know, maybe this is Stronghold, but to me it's like I can still move my eyebrows when I use this. Like I can still move my eyebrow hairs around, and I'm like, I don't like that. So currently trying to use this one up. I do have a mini of the Benefit, the 24-hour brow gel coming to me that I got with the Laneige toner. But yeah, this is what I'm currently using. So I'm gonna go do that and I will be back for eyes. So I've done my brows and I did use my eye primer, which is of course my MAC 24-hour Extend Eye Base. You know, this is actually getting very thin. I use this every time I do my eyeshadow. And like I said, all of my palettes are in here. But I do have a few eyeshadow sticks in my bag. So I have one from Fenty. This is the shadow sticks in Not All Men. And this is just a pretty like yellowy brown shade. I don't think I'm going to use my eyeshadow sticks today. I think there's a palette I want to use. And then I have my Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow Stick in the shade Cinnamon, which is this one. Or should I just do like my everyday look? Because this is kind of what this is, you know? Maybe I'll do that. And I have one of the Danessa Myricks duos in here. This is duo number 3. So I have both Solar Flare, which is the metallic one, and it's just like a bronzy metallic, which is so pretty all over the lid. And then I also have Lunar Veil, which is again a part of that same duo. This is the foil side, and I've been using this like every day. Yeah, so I think I am just gonna do what I do every day for my eye look, which means I will be going in with my Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. This is what I've been using a lot. I mean, I have dips in these two and this one. This one is from before. I haven't really been using that shade too much recently. First, I'm gonna take this big fluffy brush and I'm gonna go in with this peachy shade to set that eyeshadow primer. At least the crease in like the outer corner of the primer. Ignore the fact that this brush is dirty, but this is just a little smaller, like tapered blending brush. And I'm gonna go in with a mixture of this shade and this shade below it. So these two shades. So I go in with a little bit more of this lighter one. And then just like a dab of that darker one, a couple more dabs of that lighter one. And I just take that as like my crease transition type of shade. And this is really the only shade I use. And I just build it up as much as I would like. And then I go in with Lunar Veil, my Danessa Myricks Color Fix Sticks. Yes. And then I actually take my finger onto it. So I just dab it onto my finger. I coat it real good. And I just apply it to my eye. And this is just so pretty for every day. It does have like a slight pink sparkle in it, if you can see that. But it's so pretty. And you can build it up as much as you want. You can sheer it out as much as you want. Very versatile. I mean, as long as you like sparkles, which, you know, I love sparkles. I might have a makeup wipe, but they're so far away from me. Like, look at how much I've used of this. Wild. There's still so much left though. Like, this is gonna take eons to use up. So we'll see if I can even use it up this year by using it in my everyday look. Maybe I'll get sick of it before that happens. Because I think when it gets to the winter time, I do want to go back to my Ethereal Eyes palette to try to pan a little bit more of that one. And then I take my blending brush from before and just blend the edges to mesh it all together a little better. Yeah, see, I can feel myself sweating, but like my makeup is not budging, which is really nice. I don't think I'm gonna do liner today, but I will mention what liners I have in my bag. I actually have quite a bit of eyeliners in here. So the black one I have is my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Perversion. Actually, I have another black one, and that's my Danessa Myricks Color Fix Mattes, which I love using as a sharp wing liner. And then I have like a warmer mid-tone brown liner. This is another one of the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencils. This is in the shade Whiskey. Such a good shade. So good. And then for a deep brown liner, I have the newer Makeup Forever Aqua Resist Color Pencil in the shade 3 Cool Ebony. And then I have another brown liner, which is just good for like every day. If I don't want anything super dramatic, I go in with this one. This is the Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal liner in the shade Cinnamon. This is very creamy though, but it doesn't budge. And then I also have this one from MAC. This is one of their Color Excess Gel Pencil Eyeliners. This is in the shade Nudge Nudge Ink Ink, which is like a red toned brown. I have my taupe, which is a MAC lip pencil in the shade Stone. I'm honestly thinking about getting an actual eyeliner in like a taupe color. I've been eyeing the Revue ones, but also Makeup by Mario has one. And I have two for my waterline. I have the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Caffeinated. And then I have the ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in the shade Peach Fuzz. Those are all my eyeliners. I'm not going to do eyeliner today like I mentioned. I'm just going to go do my mascara, which is the same combo. I do have a new lash primer coming to me for me to try. I'm trying the Lancome one to see how I feel about that one. I have a mini of that one coming. And then, so I have my MAC Max Stack Legit Lift Lash Primer and then my MAC Max Stack Elevated Mascara, which I do have two backups of this one, but I do have a different mascara that I want to try. That's from a Korean brand, I believe. Or maybe like a Japanese brand. That, where I live, they recently opened like a Tesso Life. So I got it from there. Yeah, I'm going to be using these two today like I normally do. And I will come back for my lips, which I have a lot of lip products. Ignore all the lines going on down here. The sun is starting to set clearly. So hopefully I can get this done before it does that. I'm gonna go through them category by category. So I'm gonna go through my lip liners first. I have a couple that I'm currently trying to use up and a couple on backup to use up. So the first one is this itty bitty teeny tiny one, which I did tell my friend Sam that I lost, but I have found it. This is the Makeup Forever lip liner in Anywhere Caffeine, and look how itty bitty it is. Like, she's on her last leg, let me tell you. And the other one that I've been trying to finish for the past couple years is this Lunar Beauty one in Cocoa, which it shouldn't take that long because it's a very creamy formula, but it's a darker shade. So it's not one that I tend to reach for every day, but I could right now. You know, I'm a little more tan. So there's that. When it comes back into the winter, I'll probably focus on this one a little bit more. This is my, why is this so scratched up? Oh my God. It looks like it's been like melted. What is going on? Anyways, this is my Makeup Forever lip liner in Wherever Walnut, which I mean, this one's also teeny tiny. Like, let's just compare these two because this was a full-sized one and this was a mini one. So let me just line them up. They're actually kind of similar in size. Wow, wild. Yeah, so my plan is to use this up in the winter time. Obviously, if I want to use it before then, I am allowed to. And then after I use up my Makeup Forever, my Anywhere Caffeine one, I'm thinking of moving on to this one, which is actually one of my newer lip liners. This is the Dose of Colors lip liner in the shade Cashew Later. And this is one of the retractable ones. They came out in like one of their collections, I think. But that's what that one, oh my God, these lines are actually making it so hard. This is what that looks like. So there isn't a ton of product in there, and I tend to go through lip liners pretty quickly. So hopefully I'll be able to go through all 4 of these by the end of the year. Who knows? Lipsticks, I have 4. So, wait, I have 4? I should have another one in here. That might be in my bag. I should have Maquillage in here because that's like my go-to lipstick. Actually, no, I have 6. I should have 7 lipsticks. Anyways, so I have MAC Peach Stock, which is one of their satin. So sad that I don't have Yash with me. Don't mind the lipstick that's on this. Oh my god. Clearly it's been used. Not a ton, but I love using this one to lighten lip looks. And then another MAC one I have is one of their new Powder Kiss Hazy Matte Lipsticks. This is in the shade Big Promotion. This is just a nice everyday brown shade. Again, this lighting is atrocious right now. I'm so sorry. And I have this one from Prada. This is one of the Prada Monochrome Soft Matte Lipsticks. This is in the shade B101. I can't remember the actual name of it, but it's like an everyday pinky type of shade. It definitely has like that luxury makeup type of scent. And then I recently got this as a free gift with purchase, but I have a Tom Ford mini lipstick. This one is in the shade number 19 Runway Rose. And normally pinks aren't my thing, but I was like, it's a Tom Ford lipstick, I'm gonna get it. And it looks like a pretty pink. If this has a scent, it smells sweet. Interesting. But I also love the packaging of this. It's so pretty. I need to use up some lipsticks before I buy a Tom Ford lipstick though, because wow. And I have these 2 from Lisa Eldridge. These are from their recent Marilyn Monroe collection. So I have Amagansett. Look, I don't know how to pronounce anything. I'm sorry. And this is like the strawberry red color. Look how pretty. I've already tried this on my lips and it is so pretty. I wanna do a look with this lipstick. And then the other one is in the shade Norma Jean, and this is like an orangey red color, which is so pretty. It's like almost an everyday type of colorful lipstick on me. Like, look at this. And the packaging on these, so weighty, and they're refillable. So you can choose like any color that you would want and put it in here. So weighty. Oh my god. So one might say I have too many lip glosses in here, but I would wholeheartedly disagree. You can't even grab them all. My lip glossies. Okay, let's try to do them by category. So I have 2 of my mini Lawless Forget the Fillers because I just want to get these done. So yeah, this lighting is getting atrocious. I have the shade Rosy Outlook, which is basically like a clear, and this is very empty. And then I have the shade Forget the Filler. No, I have the shade Velvet, which is a nice everyday pinky color. I would definitely purchase a full size of Velvet. Lawless Forget the Filler is one of my favorite lip gloss formulas, by the way. And then along with the Chanel foundation, I got a gloss. Okay, this is in the shade number 447. I'm pretty sure it was like Borge. I don't know, it's the sparkly pink one. Do you see? Sparkly. And it's so pretty. I love this packaging. Is so luxe. Like, what? It does again have like that florally luxury makeup scent, but this is such a nice formula. It almost feels like a gel going on your lips. It's shiny, it's glossy, it's very nice, and I wouldn't mind having more of these. Sadly, I do really like these. I have 2 from ColourPop, and they're both from their Shrek collection. This one is because of my friend Nikki at Nikki Lynn. This is Noble Steed, so this is Donkey's Gloss. And this one is said to smell like waffles. which I don't know if it smells like waffles, it just smells sweet. And also, I don't love the packaging on these. They're very cheapy on the packaging, but obviously you can't compare the packaging for these glosses comparing to a $50 gloss. All I gotta say. They squeak a little and I don't love them. They just feel cheapy, and I am definitely a packaging girly, unfortunately. And then I have a few from MAC. Okay, I have two from their lip gloss line. This is their more sticky formula. So I have Oh Baby, which is this shimmery bronzy color, which I love so much. And then I have Lust, which is like this peachy kind of brown color. And I have two from their lip gloss cushion line. And this one looks so bad. Oh my God, what is going on? This one is in the shade Malt, which is just a nice everyday brown. And then I saw people using the shade and I'm like, that looks so pretty. This is the shade Yum Yum. Me with baby pink, look, I don't normally like baby pink, but seeing people with like olive complexions using this, I'm like, that looks so pretty with like a lip liner. And it has like purple shimmers in it. Like, it's so pretty. Okay, so what am I gonna do for my lips? I don't know. Let me wipe off my lip balm. This lighting is actually atrocious. Let me actually move back so it's a little better. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go in, actually no. I think what I wanna try, I wanna do Lunar Beauty Cocoa as my lip liner. And then kind of smush my lips together to blend that in. I think I want to try Lust because I haven't even tried this on my lips yet. Oops. I've had this for a little bit now. I do love a lip gloss. Oh yeah. That is so pretty. I feel like it looks very... it's a very pretty color. But this is the final look. Again, I'm so sorry for this lighting. It is. I'm literally right in front of the window, so it's the worst right here. But this is the final look. Very everyday, very work. And that was everything that's in my everyday makeup bag. And I know I look shiny now, okay? Don't mind me. I'm gonna go turn on the AC. But yeah, that's the look I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. I will be coming out with a collection video for every category. So the things you saw today, you will be seeing again. I am going to be swatching them in those videos though, going a little more in depth in my products. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great day, a great night, whatever time it is for you. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.